Hey everyone, it's Fig Corner 2000. I went fig hunting again and spent probably too much money, but today we're looking at one of the two new figures that I got, so let's get it out of the bag. And the figure I purchased is Marvel Legends 20th Anniversary Captain America. Even though it's not an import figure, this has been one of my grails for a very long time, and I'm very excited to get this thing in some poses with Baron Zemo back there. So let's get to unboxing. I hate unboxing packages like these because it feels like I'm destroying very nice artwork. Unlike some boxes where you can just simply slide out the figure, you actually have to rip this one open. It sort of breaks my heart. Here is a dual-sided stand for the figure with this very nice comic book art style on this side, and then a World War II battlefield on the back one. Here he is out of his packaging. Let's get these accessories in the figure out of the case while I give some backstory on Captain America. Before I get to talking about Captain America, I just want to say how much of a fan I am of this superhero. I think he is awesome. When I was a kid, I had shoes with his wings on them and his symbol on them. I love this character so much. But let's talk about how he got started. In World War II, he was an average soldier, but then he was selected for a test experiment of this new super soldier serum. When he was injected with it and he transformed into a super soldier, he then became known as Captain America. He served in World War II along with characters like Logan, World War II version, Nick Fury, and then, of course, his sidekick Bucky Barnes. Unfortunately, though, he did end up being froze in ice in the Antarctic, then woke up in about 2008, maybe, somewhere around then in the 2000s, and was known as the first Avenger because he formed the Avengers. Sort of the oldest one. Thor technically is the oldest one because he's a god. But Captain America's superpowers are endurance, extreme agility, extreme strength. He has a shield which he throws, hits people, and it bounces back to him. Now I want to move on to why I don't think the MCU has done Captain America very much justice. Unfortunately, they did kill him off in Avengers Endgame, which I did not like at all. I don't agree with the idea of having Falcon be the new Captain America, and it's not for any other reason other than Captain America is this Captain America. It is Steve Rogers. It's not anyone else, and I don't think it makes sense for it to be anybody else. That's just me. If you disagree, I'd like you to tell me why in the comments. I also just don't think that the Falcon being Captain America is as cool as Steve Rogers being Captain America. Captain America is a complex character with a lot of backstory and a lot of years lived and a lot of combat experience. He is a very cool character who stands the test of time and does represent America. Alright, everything's out of the box, so let's start talking about accessories. Of course, Captain America comes with his shield, and I think I should just address this now. There are 3 holes in this for all the accessories to go on. When I picked up this figure, I realized what I was doing by buying this, and I think it's going to be okay, because I'm pretty sure I'm never going to have him in a pose where he is not needing those accessories on the shield, so I don't think it's going to matter that much. He comes with an unmasked head sculpt, which is very accurate to his comic book style. And then a unmasked hood type piece that you would put on his neck like this with that head. A piece like this that goes on the shield as if it's maybe a sword, like Baron Zemo. 3 ricocheting pieces as if bullets are hitting the shield that also go on there. He comes with 1 pointing hand like this, a saluting hand for the other hand, a pair of open hands like this as if maybe he's throwing the shield, and then a pair of fist hands which are already on the figure, and a sort of shocking lightning type effect that can also go on the shield. Not sure what I'm going to do with this yet. Now that the accessories are covered, let's move on to articulation. To start off with, this is an older body model, so it's going to move a little bit different than some of the newer Marvel Legends. But to start with, let's do the shoulders. There is no butterfly joint here, but they do go up this high. There is a bicep swivel right here, and they go around all the way like this. This sculpting here on the upper chest area is very nice, and this star artwork is very cool as well. The bicep and forearm articulation only goes up to here. It is blocked because of this forearm piece, and I don't think it would go any higher even if it wasn't there. The wrist for the fist goes back like this and like that, which is alright. The same can be said for this other arm here. The abs go like this and go down like that. As I mentioned, this is an older model, so when you go up like this, it is going to look a little weird with that gap, but I'm okay with it. There is a complete waist swivel like this, which is nice. There is a little port on the back right here that his shield can go on. The figure can look up all the way like this, which is very nice, and can look down all the way like that, which is very nice as well. There is, I guess, sort of that movement on the neck like that. You can see that, and the head sculpt is very nice as well. Honestly, this whole figure's artwork is very, very cool, and I am very impressed from Marvel Legends right now. The hips can go only up to here, which is not good at all for going out, but they can go up all the way like that, which is awesome. And then they can go back only a little bit. There is a thigh cut on this figure as well. The knees move up like that, which is okay. There is a boot / calf swivel right here. There is foot movement like this, but no toe movement, and the same can be said for this leg. On the articulation scale of Marvel Legends, I give this guy a 7.4. The only things holding him back are his waist and abdomen crunching, the butterfly joints up here, and his hip movement outwards. Other than that, he's perfect. Let's move on to posing. For this first pose, I've got him running into conflict with the World War II background back there, but let's move on to the second one. For this next pose, I've got him standing, saluting, and holding the shield, which is awesome. Let's do one final pose with this unmasked head sculpt on. For this final pose, I've got him as if he's pointing right at the camera, which I think looks awesome. I would have preferred maybe if there was a gun holding hand as well, because I know Captain America did use guns during World War II. That would have looked really cool. Or maybe a head just like this, but screaming instead would have been nice as well. Other than that, I love this figure. Let's move on to giving it a review. In the end, I give this figure a 9 out of 10. I love Captain America. I am so stoked to have him in my collection. There will be more posing videos coming soon, so stay tuned. They're most likely going to be short videos though, so check that out as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.